Social update UG. Museveni, Ruto meet over Raila Odinga's African Union job. Omukulembeze w'eggwanga erya Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni n'akulira eggwanga erya Kenya William Ruto meetings ne Raila Odinga wa Museveni. That's support of the Kenyan President William Ruto, Azimio leader Raila Odinga and President Yoweri Museveni at Kisozi, Uganda on February 26, 2024. What you need to know is that prior to the announcement by the two leaders, it has been established that a campaign team for Mr. Odinga's bid for the chairperson of the African Union Commission had landed in Uganda to woo Mr. Museveni, who has been in power since 1986, into the Kenyan fold. A surprise visit by Kenyan President William Ruto and the opposition Azimio leader Raila Odinga to President Yoweri Museveni on Monday has left Ugandans and Kenyans guessing whether the duo are working on a possible handshake deal similar to the one between the Orange Democratic Movement leader and former President Uhuru Kenyatta on March 9, 2018. Handshake refers to the patch between Mr. Odinga and Mr. Kenyatta, which ended weeks of violence following the disputed 2017 presidential election. The meeting also follows a recent dispute between Kenya and Uganda over petroleum imports. Mr. Ruto on Monday announced on his X handle about their meeting with Mr. Odinga to his Ugandan counterpart in the neighboring country, catching Kenyans and political players by surprise. Kenya and Uganda are committed to the deepening of long-established diplomatic and economic ties between our two countries. This relationship includes bringing all the 7 East African community nations closer in their ultimate goal to form the East African political federation. President Ruto wrote on his X. He went on and had the pleasure of meeting President Yoweri Museveni at his Kisozi country home farm in Uganda. We discussed critical issues that affect our two countries, such as energy and petroleum. Also discussed was the declared candidacy of Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga for the African Union Commission chairmanship. Moments later, President Museveni also made the announcement confirming the meeting. I was happy to meet President Ruto and retired Honorable Raila Odinga, my farm in Kisozi, this afternoon. Discussed issues of mutual interests between our countries. I welcome them, the Ugandan president wrote. Prior to the announcement by the two leaders, it had been established that a campaign team for Mr. Odinga's bid for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission had landed in Uganda to woo Mr. Museveni, who has been in power since 1986, into the Kenyan fold. He is the dean of the region and key to the regional mobilization strategy. A source familiar with the campaigns told the Nation on Monday evening. The surprise meeting between Mr. Ruto and Mr. Odinga comes barely a week after Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Dr. Korir Singoi revealed that President Ruto was planning to unveil Mr. Odinga's candidature for the African Union Commission post of chairman this week. Chairperson. The meeting also lifts the lead on assertions made by Kenya's Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi in Mr. Odinga's Bondo backyard in Siaya County last month that a surprise announcement was looming. In an interview with The Nation on Friday, Mr. Mudavadi cautioned against making statements that could trivialize Mr. Odinga's bid for the AUC post. He said it was time for the country to come together and speak in one voice in the wake of its quest to chair chairmanship at the African Union seat. Some leaders have blamed Mr. Odinga for keeping them in the dark about his bid, while others from Mountain Kenya region claimed former President Kenyatta was the best bet for the post. Mr. Odinga confirmed that he has started securing support for the position. I have other friends in West Africa, apart from former Nigerian President Obasanjo. I have friends in North, Southern and Central Africa, and of course East Africa, which is home, he said. When you look at those who have held that position before, it should be the turn of East Africa. Not too long ago, we had Southern Africa. The one now, whose term will be ending soon, is from Central Africa. And before that, we had one from West Africa. I believe it should be the turn of East Africa, Mr. Obasanjo said, former Nigerian president. Please tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe.